we need to put more police on the streets. And I think we can do that without changing a whole heck of a lot. We need to empower police to have everything they need with them. That means handheld tablets. That means satellite police stations. I mean, police need to be seen. They need to be walking. They need to be on the streets. And so I will drive police out of the stations and onto the streets. It's critical. In terms of community, the community is not alone here. I mean, so the police are not alone in the role of policing. All right? The community has a role. Community policing means having a relationship with the community. So my police department will look like the community it serves. It has to. It's not acceptable that we have a police department that at the superintendent level, there's not a single woman. Or at the captain level, there's not a single captain of color. If you want a police department that has the trust of the community and will get information from the community, you're going to need to have a police department that looks like the community. But again, the police can't do it alone. Community has to be active. That means that you have to know your neighbor. You have to show up at meetings. You have to be engaged. You have to be paying attention. A police officer can walk down the street and think nothing's wrong. A longtime resident can walk out their front door and know something immediately is wrong. Residents are the best kind of surveyors of problems in their community, and they have to be active. And finally, I don't believe that police are the only things that make neighborhoods safer. We make neighborhoods safer. Think about a park that's empty, that no one's using. The last thing you want to do for that park to make it safer is flood it with police. Now it's official. Now no one's going to go to this park. You want to make a park safer? You and I need to go out there. We need to use it. We did that on the Boston Common. And, my favorite question is, who's doing this better than us? Who's doing this better for us? And then having the fearlessness to bring back that idea, the greatest currency you can have in my business, and implement it. That's what I'd like to do. So we did it. We did it with the Boston Common. Who's doing it better than us? Well, Paris was doing it better than us, but we couldn't go to Paris. So we went to New York, and we went to see Bryant Park and Central Park and Madison Square Park. And what I noticed is that they had restaurants and activities and carousels and people and libraries and piano players and everything in their parks. We did that in the Boston Common. Boston Common's back. Renee Loth just wrote about it in the Boston Globe. It's back. It's back because we made it safer. We need to do that in neighborhoods, in communities. The fact that right now at 7 o'clock, people will not go outside their homes in neighborhoods in certain parts of the city, but they're just getting ready to go outside their homes in other parts of the city. Which neighborhoods do you think are safer? The ones where people are going outside. How do we do that? We need to build our neighborhoods. It's not just going to be about schools. It's also about building our neighborhoods. And so, I talked about upstairs to the group up here. I represent the Fenway. 12 years ago, no one wanted to go out there at night. There was nothing to do. It was gas station, parking lot, fast food restaurant. Today, it's 2 million square feet of development. It's restaurants, it's supermarkets, it's places to go and see and be seen. We need to do that across the city. We need to build the city. We need to replan neighborhoods, and then we need to develop those neighborhoods. And not just gentrify those. In fact, not gentrify those neighborhoods. We have to make sure that people who live there can stay there. To do that, we build on-site affordability. It's called inclusionary zoning. Those are some of my ideas.